Right, this is Feedermasters. It's actually round 5. We missed round 4 due to lake being frozen. Winter pairs at Hallcroft. Carp count was £1. Jake has drawn 64 on Moe Island. If he's going to catch one, it'll probably be a decent skimmer, but it could be hard. He's only fishing for 4 bites. I have drawn peg number 11 on Bridge Outer 5 minutes before it start. Weird area. You would take here in these trees 15, 16, 17. It's a bit barren here, and you never actually know. I think we're only fishing for 5 or 6 bites, maybe odd skimmer. We might have a chuck for a carp at start, but like in other matches, we're going to feed some bait on a line and then start plopping on another line. Let's see how we go. Good luck, everyone. Right, so we're feeding this underarm line quite early. We're going to actually feed it to left and right hand side because by the time of year these pegs can hold a few perch and they can be good perch. So we're going to feed this from start. There could be more fish to my left, more fish to my right, so we're going to feed both sides just in case. This is mainly with casters and joker. Put a tiny little bit of ground bait in, but not a lot. We don't want to attract any little fish. So if we catch a fish, we want it to be a proper, and we're probably going to go on this after an hour. Have a little look, have a go for carp, have a little plop around, and then we put enough bait in to attract a few fish. And hopefully we can get a bite on this early if there's any perch in the area. But you sometimes good days where nobody catches a perch on the old lake because they're just not feeding or they're not interested. These perch range anywhere in between 10 ounce to £2, so not fishing for a lot of fish, but we'll feed it and then we'll have a little go after an hour and see how we go. So like I just previously mentioned, we're going to chuck for a carp first. We've got 3 pinkies on and it's like 4 or 5 metres off far side, just on that shelf. I feel these pegs aren't very strong, and although it's a silverfish match and carp only count as £1, I want to maybe have a little go for one of these poundfish because I can't see where I'm going to get a lot of bites from today. If I'll be truthfully honest, when we drew these set of pegs, my heart sank because we did so well week before. We climbed 10 places, we were just short at money positions. We need a good week this week. We need to kick on, but I just feel that these aren't the 2 pegs that are going to give us the weight we need. So needs must, I'm going to look for a carp
to start off with, see if we can get a quick pounding net, because I feel that's the only place there's going to be any feeding fish at start at match.
As you can see, absolutely miserable day. I think this is setting for the day. Don't make it very good when you can't get a bite. Right, we're hour 15 gone. We had one little line bite when we chucked over for a carp early, and it has not moved one little bit. I've not been on my line yet where I put any bait. I'm going to leave that for a few hours, just so if there is any fish, just let them get the confidence up. On my plopping line now, I've had a chuck on my underarm just to see if there were any quick perch, and there weren't. So nothing to report. I've seen 3 little skimmers being caught on this whole bank. Lee next to me's had 2, probably for about 6 ounce, and kid next to him's had a netter. That's the little area they've been catching the fish. But Frankie to my right, he ain't had a sign yet. Kid to the other side, he ain't had a sign. Not a lot to report. I spoke to Jake, he ain't had a bite yet. It's not looking good, but looks like it's same for everyone, so just got to hope we get a little visit at some point and take it from there. So same as previous rounds, our setup is fully free running rigs. This is as fishery rolls. We've got a 50cm hook length. These are match rolls. We're fishing 10 and 11 foot rods. We've got 4 pound detection mainline for our skimmers and perch, and then we've got 5 pound detection mainline for where we've cast over. This just gives us a little bit, if we need to really punch it over or put a bigger feeder on, we just got a little bit more strength in the line. We've got 0.10 exact hook lengths on our skimmer rigs. These are a couple 18s and 20 hooks. Gonna fish single, double bloodworm, single or double pinky. Just gonna change baits, and on our far line we fished a 0.128. This sounds quite a light hook length, but 0.128 exact, we can still catch a skimmer, and it's still fine enough to catch a skimmer or a perch if it's there, but just got a little bit more. If we hook a carp, we're going to get it in. Rods wise, I've got the pleasure today of using the brand new Feedermasters rods. The S stands for sensation, and I've been lucky enough to be in the product development team at New Fish on these rods, and I've seen them through from concept to prototype to production. Spent quite a few years getting these perfect. A lovely seamless blank, lovely soft action in the S range, allows you to fish lighter hook lengths, lighter lines than you normally would, knowing you're not going to bump them all important potential match winning fish. And I'm using the 3/4 of an ounce and the ounce tip in the 10 and 11 foot S, and to be honest, without blowing my own trumpet, we've worked really hard on these, and I'm proud to say that they're absolutely beautiful rods.
Just like that one you just had.
And actually I caught it on the very first chuck with a maggot feeder on. Just put 3 or 4 maggots in feeder and flicked it out, and it's gone round first chuck. So this could be a sign that there's fish are up in the water and they just need a little bit of bait trickling through the water to follow it down. So I'll have a couple more chucks with this little maggot feeder and see if it works again. But try as we might,
we never actually made a second bite on this line happen. Had a few more goes with maggot feeder. We've chucked an empty feeder over it. We've fed a little bit of ground bait. We've put some slop in. We've fished pink, single bloodworm. We've tried going a metre past, a metre to the side. All little tricks that you do, but it's just hasn't worked. I just feel there aren't enough fish there to conjure up another bite. Though we never had a bite under arming, we're just going to keep this line topped up. Few casters, few maggots just going through. So if any perch do decide to feed, we've got a little bit of bait in there. We've left our 40 metre line alone for a couple of hours now, so it's time to have a little chuck on it. We're actually going to chuck with an empty feeder straight over as bait. We've got enough bait down there. Just got a bunch of bloodworms on to see if there's any fish there. I'm not holding my breath because I haven't had any bites anywhere else, so you never know. I always like to leave this line a couple of hours just to allow fish to get confident and settle over it, if there is any going to feed, that is.
Right, this has not happened today. Got 3/4 of an hour left and I do not know where another bite's coming from. I've had them 2 skimmers out at blue, I've had a couple of liners, and that is it. I think Frankie's got 4 fish to me right, and Lee's got 3 little skimmers to me left. It's not very good. Neither of us can make a bite happen, and just spoke to Jake. He's only had 1 bite, 1 carp. There's people blanking around near him. So, unless miracles happen in this last 3/4 of an hour, which I don't know where they're happening from, we're not faring the best. When I got them couple of fish earlier, I was just hoping I'd be able to pick odd fish off till last hour, and then it had a bit of confidence that they might get their head down. But I just believe I'm flogging a dead horse. I'm putting little bits of bait in, no bait in, and it's not generating anything. So I reckon there's nothing there. I think it's same for everyone around here. Can't see it changing, but we'll see. Fingers crossed we can get another bite before end. We need it.
So, although this is a bit grim today, I'm still bringing it to you and I'm still filming. You've got to take rough with smooth, and I hope people appreciate that. You can't always catch, and I'm not one of these people who only post when you catch fish. You win some, you lose some. Some's hard, some's not so good, and today's one of the not so good days, but we've still got to get a try, and these are the ups and downs, the rough with the smooth of match fishing. If it was win-win-win, it'd be super easy, and it's not always win-win-win or catch. Everyone has these little spells, draws these little bad pegs, and just going to bring it to you as it is, and I hope we can move on to catching a few fish next time.
What's happening, Lee? What was that splashing then? Catching? No, still them 2. Not another. We had a couple of little liners, but not another bite. You getting any signs at all? I've seen Chris have a few perch on it. I just caught a roach. How's about that? I just caught a roach. Do you know when we said you've seen some topping? Time.
Well, that was absolutely dreadful. I've had them 2 bites and that little tiny roach last off, and £1.14, and that's your lot. Lee next to me's had £3, 3 skimmers. I think we've just been in a little bit, didn't have any fish. It's winter fishing for you, but I expected it to hopefully be a bit better than this. Jake's been in a horrendous bit. He's caught, well, I ain't spoke to him in the last half an hour, but he caught a carp, so this ain't going to be this ain't going to be very good. But as you went round bridge, it got a bit better, and there was some £9 further down, £11, and then when you went round to the other side, everybody's caught some roaches, some skimmers, a little perch, loads of bites. So just in that little area what we're devoid of fish. But that's winter fishing, that's league fishing, and you've got to take good with bad, rough with smooth, and today we're definitely rough, just in a little area what we couldn't do out. And when you've got world champions at side here and they can't catch out, shows that there potentially weren't fish to be caught. But there's one more round. We're probably going to need a miracle, but miracles do happen. Just when we climbed up last round and we were teetering on money places, we're going to have dropped really down. But we'll go back to result now and see what's happening, and I'll put it up. But can't win them all, and can't catch every time. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.